All right. Appreciate that. Can you tell me if you can hear this? All right. See the welcome everybody. An introduction of myself. An introduction of myself. And then we talk about why I'm running and what the issue. And then we talk about why I'm running and what the issues are. And then we end with answering some questions that you may have at the end. I'm talking about ways that you could get involved that you may have at the end. I'm talking about ways that you could get involved if you feel so compelled by the end of this. So, if you feel so compelled by the end of this. So, who am I? I'm Cole Carter. I'm running for Congress, raised within Philadelphia. Grew up in Germantown. I went to Germantown High School, Roxborough High School, and Germantown High School. Ended up getting a BA in as I'm the one that programmed that. So as I'm the one that programmed that. So about the issues. So the plan for these town halls had 22 well in the student debt, debt. Um, and because of this, or the delaying home ownership and starting families because of it. And this is just them following what they were told to do, what a generation has been told to do will rules and amount. So let's talk about how we have all these issues, but then Donald Trump and the Republicans are exacerbating these issues, right? Like these issues have existed for generations, but now with Trump in office and his Republican backers, they're making it even worse. So we have, the big beautiful bill that just was signed into office in July. What are they doing? They're cutting $800 billion from Medicaid. And that's going to threaten the healthcare of 1.4 million people in Pennsylvania. Um, they're slashing SNAP benefits to over 700,000 Pennsylvanians. And, you know, that's what people, depend on. A lot of our families depend on in order to put food on their table. I don't know if anybody remembers, if you have a child, there used to be something called the child tax credit, or the expanded child care or child tax credit that we had during COVID. Um, that program cut childhood poverty in half. And now, because of the big, beautiful bill, it's been eliminated. So, on top of that, they're getting $350 billion from education. And so that means that there's less money to go to the most vulnerable schools and less money for our children. So, this is the part that I think should really, really make us upset is that on top of all the things that I listed, they're giving a $4 trillion tax cut to billionaires and corporations, right? So while they're taking away all of these necessities from people, they're, you know, diverting those funds in the form of tax cuts to billionaires. So this doesn't make any sense. On top of that, they're even cutting funding to violence prevention programs. And these programs have been proven to save lives within neighborhoods in Philadelphia. So the big, beautiful bill is, not only cruel, but it's also exacerbating the already persistent systemic issues that we have in the city. So what are our solutions? Um, and the pillars that I listed earlier are meant to address and solve these problems. So our first pillar is ending poverty through economic security. How do we do this? We're going to start with a $20 an hour minimum wage, and that's going to be indexed to inflation, which means Whenever inflation rises, then the pay will rise as well. Will increase the rate of minimum wage with the rate of inflation. We're also going to ensure, because of this, that if you work full time, you're not going to be living in poverty, right? Like that is the guiding principle behind this, right? We're going to create a federal jobs guarantee. And what that's going to do is make it so that if you want to work, you will be able to get a good union job. Rebuilding infrastructure, caring for our seniors, investing in our communities, right? Because tied to or paired with the federal jobs guarantee is going to be the ability to work in things like our caregiving core to take care of our seniors and take care of children. Um, so the way that this will work is essentially the government will become the employer of last resort. So if you can't find a job, there'll always be a job for you to get with the federal government, whether temporary or long term, and you'll be paid at least $20 an hour to do the things that we need to get done in America, right? Like rebuilding our roads and bridges and things like that. So next, we're going to pass Medicare for all because healthcare is a human right, and uh, we need to make it so that there are no premiums or co-pays or deductibles or any of this foolishness that we have to deal with now because um, we have the resources to provide healthcare directly to people. We don't have to have this middleman of insurance companies. Um, the tax dollars that we already pay, we're going to treat housing. If you need a voucher in order to get into public housing, then you'll be provided with one. Right now, there are waiting lists for years in order to get onto like Section 8 and the like. And so we need to get rid of that, and that means we need to expand the amount of housing so that's available. And so we're going to invest in public housing by can't just throw you out on the street, right? Um, and we're going to expand and protect Social Security. Right now, the big beautiful bill is you're here and more and being able to participate more and being able to participate in the arts, the wrong path. So we need to fund potential programs and treat the gun violence like a health and treat the gun violence like a health crisis that it is. Allow for people to buy people to be locked up just by the very fact that private prisons exist and are, traded on the stock market. We're going to end cash bail because it doesn't make a jail if you have enough money. All of them are going to invest in my utilize, then it will be taxed. This is going to also allow the supply of housing to increase and increase. And that's going to be a good fund. So that if a technology beats elected or say elected or say in the direction of the companies that they work on. And we're going to expand employee ownership of companies by doing this. We're also going to guarantee a 4-day work week or day work week. Or we're going to try to implement the work sort of never wants you to leave. They want to make an investment in that house. So all Trump just to make a miss the subpoena this department. This is what Donald Trump is using to enhance the penalty. They're going to try accountable